Music within modern cinema is often purposely written by the composer to aid the film that they are working on. Usually we will see names like Michael Giacchino and John Williams. Each composer is respectfully known for composing memorable movies, such as Harry Potter, Star Wars, Mission Impossible, and Up. Often when watching a movie, the music and sounds can significantly influence human emotions, as the music can decide how a movie scene is taken and understood by the audience. Today, we are going to learn about the influence of music. To understand the influence of music, we first need to understand that emotions can range from sad to happy. A study conducted by Robert J. Ellis and Robert F. Simons reported that there are known to be several fundamental emotions, such as happiness, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust. They can be recognized as independent emotions, or they can be interrelated. But to properly understand emotions and how they can be interrelated, two concepts must be understood. The first one being valence, which is described in terms of a range of response from positive, such as happiness, to negative, such as sadness. And the second one being arousal, which ranges from low to high. Valence and arousal are scales of measurement of emotions, which now lets us create a visual graph, where valence is the x-axis and arousal is the y-axis. Using the graph, we can notice that high valence and high arousal emotions can be represented by excited and giddy, whereas low valence and low arousal emotions can be represented as sad and bored. The understanding of both valence and arousal allows for the analysis of emotions felt while viewing movies. Emotions are essential to movies as they shape the movie's feel and emotionally guide the viewer. An example of music guiding the viewer can be seen in Tenet, where Ludwig Göransson plays his score in reverse, and in normal time. He does this during points of tension to help guide the viewer with what is occurring in the film, as well as to make them feel tension throughout the score. Another prime example can be seen within Star Wars, where a score of the film is used as a tool to show contrast between the Force and the dark side of the Force within their films. For example, Anakin's theme is a majorly happy sounding theme. The theme itself is calm, hopeful, and the melody is played with grace. Darth Vader's theme, on the contrary, is a high-energy march. It is a dark-sounding evil march that also adds to the dark, powerful character of Darth Vader. If either Star Wars or Tenet were made without any musical scores, the dramatic effects heightened by the addition of music would be lost, along with any emotional value brought by the music. For example, the James Bond or Mission Impossible movies contain many action sequences, where the audience's focus is meant to be. The high-energy soundtracks behind the action sequences subconsciously indicate to the viewers that they should be experiencing a high valence and high arousal emotion during these scenes. Music and sound can also be used in an alternative way. For films such as Dunkirk, during the film a track plays called The Mole, which Hans Zimmer deliberately manipulates your subconscious with by using a shepherd tone. It's an auditory illusion of tone that creates the feeling of consistent, never-ending rising or never-ending falling to create emotions of tension within a film. Often, it is evident that the best films to this date are those that emotionally deliver through music, along with dialogue and visuals. Although music in films is a big part of movies and their success, a strong argument is that dialogue is more emotionally influential to the viewer. While it is true that dialogue may be more emotionally influential, there are only certain cases where this applies. One example stems from the movie Avengers Endgame, where the lines "I love you 3000" and Avengers Assemble are said. Each line has its own meaning, as "I love you 3000" was a line said between Tony Stark and his daughter. But after his death, the line is spoken in a recording by Tony. This recording left many viewers worldwide with feelings of sorrow and sadness. Another example from the same movie is Avengers Assemble. This line is iconic as it was said only in the first ever Avengers movie, and now in the final Avengers movie. With the line being said moments before an intense battle, it brought many feelings of excitement and joy to the audience members in movie theaters across the globe. Music within films are significant because of its use worldwide and the influence that it has on others. This is evident in different cultures such as Bollywood, the second biggest film industry after Hollywood. The movies are often full of magnificent soundtracks that guide the audience on a story through love, and oftentimes have musical numbers that pertain to the film's story. Now, more Bollywood movies are taking to the Hollywood style of scoring, which is to write big epic scores for their films. Take the Bollywood film Anthem. Although it does have the Hollywood influence, Bollywood still remains unique with their own songs. Music in general is a staple to the film industry, and it is something recognized worldwide, which is why music is emotionally significant within films, and in any other settings for which music is used, since the influence of music is powerful.